Hey there, Rachel here from Ecommerce Partnerships. I just want to jump on quickly and do a little video at the end of a very long and hot day in Gran Canaria. 29 degrees today, so not cut out for an Irish girl, but I'm not complaining. I've been having a lot of conversations around projected cash flow and just pipelines in general with quite a few of my agencies, and it's interesting to see how many agencies are not tracking the prospects and the projects or the work that's coming in. And in addition to that, have no idea really what their targets or their goals are. I mean, apart from covering overheads, of course, but what their ideal target is in terms of growth projections and how far they are away from that target. So just to make things really simple, I'm just going to use, I've just created an example. So in my example, I'm going to say that my target every month is 50K. So let's just say I have 30K of overheads and I want to make 20% on top of that, or sorry, 20K on top of that. So it's a 50K target that I have. Then what I would do is I would look at the last 90 days of the projects that I've had or the prospects that have come my way. So in this analogy, I'm going to say 12. So I've had 12 prospects that have come to me in the last 90 days. Of those 12, 8 of them have been qualified and moved forward and received a proposal. And of those 8, 3 of those have actually closed and we've landed as a project. So that gives me a 25% close rate from start to finish. So in this analogy, if my target is 50K equals 25%, and then work that back. Again, I've got my trusty advisor here, my second best friend next to my husband, third best next to Shauna, just in case either of them are watching. Work that back. So 25% is 50K, so 100% is 200K. So in my example, I need to have a pipeline of 200K. So that's deals that are in. So if I want to have a 200K pipeline, the number one rule to this is when I'm speaking to prospects, ideally before I speak to a prospect, when a prospect comes in, I need to qualify that lead and find out how much that lead is worth to me in terms of cash. And then another thing that I would also say on top of that is managing those leads effectively. Some people use emails, don't even get me started. Some people use a notebook, don't want to talk about that. Some people use a Google Sheet or some sort of repurposed Excel template, which is fine and it's workable. In my case, I would always recommend agencies use a tool dedicated to managing your pipeline. Now, of course, you can pay for tools like Pipedrive and Copper and Salesforce, and there's loads of tools that does that. I grew up on a farm. I like to keep things as cheap as possible, so free is even better. So HubSpot have a free CRM where you can use their deals board, and you basically can customize it and break it down into whatever you want to call it, but leads in, qualified, discovery call, proposal, pitched, and so on and so forth, whatever your sales funnel looks like. But it just means at any given time you should be able to have a figure across the 2 or 3 keyboards, and you'll be able to see how close am I to that 100% figure of 200K, and therefore how close am I to the 25% figure, which in this case is 50K. I hope that made sense. Anybody got any questions? It is the end of maybe a 12-hour day and the lipstick is falling off, so I'm probably waffling and extremely hungry. Hopefully that was of some help or of some value. If anything didn't make sense, give me a shout and I'd be happy to explain it further. See ya. Bye.